What makes beautiful music I can't get out of my head? This gun in my hand. Falk Zildjian, undeniable hero by virtue of the fact that he carries a gun, lingers in an alley beside the WPBC radio building, waiting to be joined by his colleague Castro.
Hi, are you Mr. Zildjian? Castro couldn't make it, so he sent me in his place.
I don't think we've met, but I recognize your bright yellow, red, and green costume. You must be Matt Band's assistant, Robin?
Roberta, yeah. So who's the target today? Are we taking down the Gentrifier Starter? International Brotherhood of Electrical Villains? The Apple Cider Vinegar Consortium?
Wait a sec. This isn't like calling in a pinch hitter in a high school ball game. I'm trying to catch a lawbreaker called the Heist Row Maestro. He's the mastermind behind several high-profile robberies. He's supposedly capable of mind control, not your average hoodlum. He could be very dangerous.
You can count on me. Being part of the deliberate duo with Matt Band, I have experience fighting mind controllers like Brainstorm, Brainclaw, the Puppeteer, Skullduggery, Mindbender, the Headmaster, Head Cheese.
All right, I did read about the time Brainclaw had Matt Band pinned and you were the one who saved the day. I still feel awkward bringing a girl into a possible firefight. How old are you? 13? 14?
I'm just petite. I'm 26. Our enemies underestimate me because they think I'm a kid.
All right, I hope I'm not going to be telling your parents or some cop. She told me she was 26. I had no idea.
My parents died in a wrestling accident.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
That's why Matt Band took me in as his ward. I started sidekicking with him 13 years ago, and people still think I'm only 13. As if we never age. So what's the plan? How do we get this guy? The Easter Keister or whatever.
The Heist Row Maestro. He's probably hiding on the 4th or 5th floor. Do you have a flashlight in your utility belt?
Yes, this one should be... No, that's a tire pressure gauge. Here's the flashlight.
Why don't we go inside and I'll fill you in on the way. There should be a staircase at the end of this hall. I don't trust the elevators.
Why do they call him that? What's a heist row?
It's Heist Row. Some reporter named him that after his gang pulled a series of robberies downtown, all in a row on Verf Street. Sam's Clock Shop, Dietrich Furs, the box office at the Roxy Theater, Potter Savings and Loan.
I heard about those, but they caught the whole gang, didn't they?
They caught the small fries, not the brains behind the operation. The maestro was music director at WPBC. Like any great music director, he can choose music that deeply moves listeners. Somehow he moved beyond just affecting their feelings into actual mind control. That's why the group of people who carried out robberies on his behalf were random citizens. A foot doctor, a truck driver, a lady who runs a boarding house. Apparently average radio listeners who were susceptible to his musical machinations. When they get arrested, he can draw other average people into his crew and the robberies continue.
Holy Pied Piper of Parabellum City!
We should walk quietly. I assume he's in a control room on the 4th or 5th floor, but he could be anywhere.
Are you walking on your tippy toes?
That's not me. He must have every room and hallway in this place wired with speakers.
Maybe we should hurry.
We don't have to run.
That wasn't me either. I wish there were some lights on. This place is spooky.
Don't let him scare you. He's just trying to get in our heads.
Maybe if we can distract ourselves, we'll be able to resist his mind control music. What can we talk about from the news? I read in the Daily Sentinel they're planning a superhighway that'll run through a corner of Parabellum City.
Maybe around the city. What neighborhood would they tear down to put a highway through?
Black bottom.
I can't imagine.
Never mind that. You're usually paired with Matt Band. Why are you tagging along with me today? Does he approve of you moonlighting like this?
He doesn't own me, but yeah, he knows what I'm doing.
There's no tension between you? Not moving towards a breakup?
Are you coming on to me?
Just curious about the situation.
No, everything's square between us. Matt Band goes off solo once in a while. The excuse is he's going undercover because he's so amazing with disguises. The real reason is he wants to bolster his rep as the greatest detective in the world, so he goes off alone and takes on bigger villains than we usually tackle as a pair. Right now he's trying to infiltrate the World Crime Syndicate.
Is he targeting Captain Capitalism?
No, being a millionaire himself, Matt Band has mixed feelings about Captain Capitalism. The one he's targeting right now is meritocracy.
Oh yeah, I heard of him. No, the one I heard of was called Meritnocracy, but he hadn't fully committed to that name.
Yeah, that's him. He changed it. He still tries to convince the public that everyone who's rich and powerful deserves it because they worked hard to get where they are. Pfft, But for his new gimmick, he wears a costume with feathers, deadly talons, and functional wings. His new name is Meritocracy.
Sounds a little better, but not great.
Anyway, when Matt Band goes on his big boy missions, it gives me a chance to pick up some work on the side. Private eye stuff, or sometimes Castro throws a shift my way. I put on the chauffeur uniform and mask, and Emerald Ashborer orders me around. He calls me Castro. He doesn't even notice his chauffeur is a foot shorter than usual.
Another great detective.
Why hasn't there been any new music in a few minutes?
Maybe the maestro couldn't think of anything related to Matt Ban or Captain Capitalism.
Every time it rains, and it's from heaven.
There he goes.
This Gun in My Hand is brought to you by Nuryemik Vastapol, music director of Drama 1310 AM, WPBC Radio. Mr. Vastapol would like you to know he had nothing to do with the robberies on Verf Street, that he's completely scrupulous and professional, and if you come across anyone who says he has broken the law or that he controls people's minds by the music he programs, you will pick up the nearest heavy object and smash those fools. You will set aside any inhibitions you feel towards violence and defend his honor. And while we have your ear, are you hosting a private event where you expect children or partygoers might get out of control? Have no fear. Mr. Vastapol is available for weddings, birthdays, and bar mitzvahs, and he will keep them under control. We now return to our regularly scheduled program, already in progress. I thought last week's adventure was troubling, but that was a cakewalk compared to this. What is it? I don't get it.
It's Wagner, Ride of the Valkyries.
Now stop that!
I figured he'd play a cakewalk.
I don't think the maestro will put up much of a fight if we can just reach him. 10 or 20 years from now, we'll look back on all this and laugh.
Oh no.
What on earth is this cacophony?
Music from the future. I kind of like it.
He doesn't seem to be in any of these rooms either. One more flight of stairs.
They got the heat way too high in this place, and these stairs are killing me. I gotta take this cape off. Ooh, now I hope he does put up a fight.
Here, I think this is the control room.
The door with the on-air sign lit up over it? Yeah, I think so. Which one of us should go in first?
This gun in my hand. Actually, I have no preference. I just wanted to draw before we walked in.
You can go first.
Why'd you have to bust the door in? Don't shoot. I know when I'm licked, it's over.
Roberta, are you still here?
Yes, what's going on?
Shut off that record player, Vastapol. It's not over yet. I grabbed him while he was trying to duck out the fire escape. Watch out, he broke loose.
Hi, are you Mr. Zildjian? Castro couldn't make it, so he sent me in his place.
Roberta, shake it off. He's trying to make us think this whole evening started over. It's no use, Maestro. Keep your hands where I can see them.
Are you coming peacefully, jerk?
Yeah. The mouth on this girl. Even though I didn't do nothing.
You had nothing to do with the string of robberies on Verf Street?
My buddy Martino, the foot doctor. He told me he was planning those robberies. I said, no way, I won't take part. But I couldn't resist making him a mixtape of songs to get his crew excited for the event.
A mixtape?
Technically, it was a wire recording, but they're experimenting with this new medium that looks like spools of tape.
You didn't plan the heists or control their minds?
Of course not. How can you control people's minds just by playing songs? Best you can hope for is to affect their moods a little bit. Geez, they really roped you in, didn't they? It wasn't our fault. The mean music director controlled our minds. We were powerless, so we had to take part in 7 robberies.
But the group of robbers was so unusual.
One of them was a foot doctor, and one's a truck driver, and one's a lady who runs a boarding house. They're so random. Well, Doc Martino used to live at the lady's boarding house, and the truck driver's a nephew. Bang, there's your crew.
I think we should still take him to the police for questioning. What about that radio commercial you played a minute ago? You bragged how you control people with your music.
Yeah, well, once the press said I had power to control people's minds, I'd be stupid not to take advantage of it for marketing my side gig as a party DJ.
What about all that music you played while we were walking through the building?
What about it? What good did it do? It's not like I got you to leave the radio station or rob a store for me. I heard what you were talking about all along the way, and I was playing music to accompany your actions.
What for?
I don't know. I can't help myself. It's what I do. Say, you're the little girl who tags along with that black-balled wrestler, Matt Ban. But your superhero name is just Robin?
Roberta.
I don't get it. How's that fit in with his wrestling theme?
It doesn't.
Roberta, do you have handcuffs in your utility belt? Mat cuffs or band cuffs or whatever you'd call them?
No, sorry. Why would we bother to name every tool as if it was unique to Mat Band?
Branding, it's good practice. Then the kiddies tell Mommy, I don't want plain old toy handcuffs. I want Matt Band cuffs with his picture on the side.
My cape should be long enough. I can use it to tie his hands.
Dun, dun, da 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 da.
Hey, shut it!
Sorry, I can't help myself.
Is it really over this time? Can we go?
Heist Row Maestro, episode 47 of This Gun in My Hand, was orchestrated by Rob Northrop. This episode and all others are available on YouTube with automatically generated closed captions of dialogue. Visit thisguninmyhand.blogspot.com for credits, show notes, information on how to subscribe, and to buy my books, such as Little Heist in the Big Woods and Other Revisionist Atrocities. What'll make you sing a different tune? This Gun in My Hand.